That kicked my butt. I'm not even gonna lie, like that was bad. It's Monday morning, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks freezing outside, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's like 6:45, something along those lines, because I don't have to take my son to school today, so I was able to get a little extra rest, which is awesome. So I'm actually feeling pretty refreshed this morning. The only thing is I have a tempo run, and it's a pretty aggressive tempo run, so I am pretty nervous for that. So if there was a workout that I was not surprised to fail, this is the type of workout that I think would get me. So anyway, we're gonna get my supplements in to start the day, and gonna get our first miles in the Furious Future 2 from 361. These are crazy looking, and yeah, so I'm gonna take them out for a spin and see how they do in a 6-mile progression run. But yeah, first I've reviewed the Elios from 361, which is like their cushion daily trainer, but obviously never their race shoes. So but it's Thanksgiving week, holiday week, so got work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but the kids are off school, and then Thursday, Friday, obviously I don't have work. So it will be an interesting week, and then next week we're at TRE, so let's get it. All right, just warming up. Now we're gonna get into tempo. Doesn't feel like the legs are gonna have it. They're not fighting me. They just feel a little slow. And it is gray and gloomy. I mean, yikes, right? So we'll see. But I feel awake. My lungs feel good. So we'll see if we can rip this. It's gonna be a challenge though. All right, we locked in on that last mile, but we emptied the tank on mile 6 of the tempo, so I felt smooth, in control, 5 miles through, and that last one just tipped me over. It was the kind of like the close your eyes and just hold on type final half mile. So we're getting 90 seconds walk rest, and we'll hit our 1 mile cool down. Whew, but I'm happy with that. Body tried to fight, but we fought back. All right, it's Wednesday, and I am really tired. Our power went out early this morning and woke everyone up because we have sound machines in the kids' rooms, and those all turned off, and I think just everything so suddenly going like silent in the house just freaked everyone out, or woke all the kids up and freaked them out. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. But I have an interval workout, basically 16 by 400, and I just mentally am struggling today. So basically, you know, it's Thanksgiving week for one, so tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and then so this whole week, kids have been home from school. They got the whole week off. They had their fall break for Thanksgiving, and then it's just the last week of the quarter, or last week of the month for sales, and so I've been, you know, stressing out over sales quotas and different things for the team. So I am just, I think the stress of work, and then just the kids not being busy, and having running around the house, and so I think they're feeling kind of cooped up and all that. Just kind of everything's crashing down this week. So I'm feeling pretty burnt out today. And just like I'm going to TRE next week, so prepping for that, like I had to get ahead with all of my reviews because I'm not going to have time to film reviews next week, and I wanted to hit my every like one video per weekday quota kind of that I gave myself, and you know, we're almost there, like 2 weeks away. So I've got planned out all my last videos through the end of the year, and then next year I'm not sure what we'll do, what our upload schedule will be,
but I know I'm coming home from TRE with a lot of freaking shoes. And so anyway, it's a good time of year. It's a stressful time of year, or maybe stressful is not the right word. It's a busy time of year, and so I'm tired. So anyway, for this workout, 16 by 400, but it's 2 sets of 8, and I'm just tempted to just get it on the treadmill, because I'm not concerned about hitting the paces. The only thing is I don't feel like these are going to feel great on the treadmill. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to wear. I'm doing a turkey trot with my wife tomorrow. It's a 10K, so I'm pretty excited for that. That'll be a good time. And then I've got a 15-mile long run Saturday morning, just easy. So that'll be a good time as well. But it's going to be busy. It's been busy. And yeah, so I'm leaning towards going treadmill just so I can like watch some TV while I do this. But anyway, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, though you guys will see this after Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for each and every one of you for, you know, the progress that this channel has made over the last year. By the time the year is done, I think, knock on wood, we'll be over 10,000 subscribers, which I can't remember if I publicly put that goal out there, but that was my goal for the year, was to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I think we're going to cross that threshold like just before the new year. So that's pretty exciting. It's cool that so many of you guys have decided to follow along, and I'm glad that I'm able to provide some value to each and every one of you. My goal for next year, from a subscriber count, I don't really have one, but I want to level up these videos in particular. I want to make the weekly vlogs production quality a lot better, improve my storytelling, and so I'm going to be kind of brainstorming on how I can do that, maybe picking some people's brains while I'm at TRE to see if we can make them more interesting. But I would love to hear in the comments what you guys would like to see more of, so let me know in the comments below. I think it's hard in the winter because I'm not a full-time runner. You know, I work a full-time job, so it's like if I get my runs in early like I normally do, then it's pretty dark out in the mornings, and so it's just kind of unrealistic to be able to get the footage that I would like to get, and I don't have a cameraman like running next to me. I don't have someone biking next to me, anything like that. So it's just me. So oftentimes it's just my phone. I don't even take my, you know, my gimbal camera out because I'm prioritizing my running. I'm not, you know, trying to get the shot. I'm trying to get the run in. So we'll see kind of how things go, but anyway, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys. I guess I should go get this run in. It's one of those days where I just, I don't want to get out. So we'll do it. Anyway, appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the treadmill.
All right, let's get moving. It is freaking cold in here. Oh, my treadmill is updating. Hopefully this still works. Okay, cool. Looks like we're good. All right, we are cranking the treadmill. We just did our 2-mile warm-up just to get calibration a little bit better. I'm actually going, on my watch, I can just choose treadmill speed and forego the sensor. So we're just gonna do treadmill speed to make this easy. So 540 pace is 10.6. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, so it's giving me trouble because the pod is still here. So I'm gonna try and disconnect the pod by leaving it inside. See if that works. All right, we're closing in on set number 2. Oh, jeez. Almost just stepped off the treadmill. Closing in on set number 2. I just ran upstairs to put the pod on the 2nd floor so that hopefully it doesn't connect to my watch because it's throwing off my readings. It'd be real convenient if I could just go off a watch time. So we're gonna try. So we're just going elapsed time and I'm setting the tread speed to the appropriate speed. that's just what we'll have to do. So 540 pace for 124. This is killing me, but the idea of easy 10K with the wife tomorrow for turkey trot, easy 8 to 9 on Friday, and then easy 15 on Saturday makes this less daunting. This is like my last big effort this week. All right, workout done. That kicked my butt. I'm not even gonna lie, like that was bad. We hit all the paces, don't get me wrong, like we did the reps, but so much harder. I have a really hard time holding like faster than 5K paces on the tread. So that's part of it, but man, I'm getting a phone call. Where's my phone? All right, anyway, I gotta go, but overall, good run, just hurt. All right, I just finished a lunch lift and I realized that I didn't talk about the Furious Future 2 just yet for my first impressions, right? So first impressions, I mean, for one, I was able to hit my paces for the workout, right? So like that's one of the key things. It's like, did I hit my paces? I did. I completed the workout as prescribed, as I needed to, right? In fact, I just got a 10K personal best. Realistically though, I don't race 10Ks very often at all. And so not surprising, especially given I just hit a 5K PR recently. My actual 10K best should be pretty fast compared to what I ran today. Today I ran like a 42 something. And I think I can at the very least run sub 40, I would hope. So if I can't, then I'm not getting a sub 3 marathon. Not that that's the particular goal right now, but that's supposedly the fitness that I'm in. So, but anyway, this shoe, I need to go find the specs of it because I don't know what the total weight is. It's bouncy, and you have kind of that cutout, so that mechanism where it does bounce, right? Like it compresses there, and it does bounce. You have, that carbon fiber plate, it is really rigid, right? So it's like very bouncy, very rigid. So you do get pop off the ground. My problem with the shoe on the first run was I felt like it was too up and down and not enough forward, right? I feel like the geometry looks like it should really propel you forward. However, my experience with the shoe for this first run was not moving as forward as I would have expected. Early on in the run, I was worried I wouldn't be able to pick up. I finished that last mile at like 6:20, 6:22 pace. And I was worried I wouldn't be able to hold that, right? And I was able to hold it, but I did have to press more than I would have thought in a race shoe. So right now, it's PEBA foam, from my understanding. You do have a carbon fiber plate, one of the more rigid foam shoes on the market. Like it is really rigid, but bouncy. And I do like the upper. It is a booty fit, very much a race streamlined fit. So the upper works. And this is a size 10, by the way. They sent me a 10. I don't know if it's because it runs long and they know that. And because I told them 10.5, they sent me 10.5 in the Elios 2. So, or maybe they just ran out of 10.5s and they were like, oh, we'll just get them a 10. We'll see if that works. Either way, it did work. Like lengthwise, it fit fine. It's snug, but not so snug that it was uncomfortable to run in. It was comfortable to run in. I just felt like it maybe lacked the top end speed assistance to where I think this is a good like long run workout shoe. It's a great shoe for what I did today, like a progressive workout. But if, it's not going to be the shoe that's likely going to get me like the 5K PR. It's not a shoe that's going to give me that top end snap. Surprisingly stable though. It was surprisingly stable. I think you see this midsole, you assume unstable. You see the aggressive rocker, you assume unstable. It's not unstable. It doesn't feel, I thought it was going to feel like the Cielo X1 2.0, and it didn't. So anyway, those are some first thoughts on the shoe. I'm not sure what the drop is. I need to go check. I'm not sure what the stack height is. I need to go check, right? I haven't done any, like this is just on top of my head. Just thoughts right off the bat, as opposed to kind of going and looking at specs. The only thing I know, PEBA. That's all I know. It's got PEBA. So anyway, I got to get back to work. So just got that lunch lift in, and yeah, let's finish out the work day. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
It is about 7 a.m. and my wife and I are gonna go run a turkey trot. We're doing a 10K together, so we're just gonna get some caffeine in and just like a banana, and then we'll get in the car and head out. So this is kind of becoming not just a Thanksgiving tradition, like a just general holiday tradition that my wife and I kind of just do a race together. We do one for my birthday, which is the 4th of July, and then we've been trying to do like turkey trots and stuff. So my sister-in-law will be here soon. She'll watch the kids or be at the house for when the kids wake up. And yeah, my wife and I will just go enjoy a run together. So excited to get out there. It looks really cold, so that's the only thing that I'm not super hyped on. But yeah, should be a good time.
Did I forget to record anything during the turkey trot? Yes, I did, because my wife and I were having too much fun. She got a PR, so that's awesome. But we did just package up, there's my kid, but we did just package up a bunch of shoes for people. So I finally got time, because it's a holiday, so finally got time to just pack some of these up. So we've got 3, 5, 6, 10 boxes. So 10 of you guys are getting shoes from me. You guys already know who you are. But yeah, I'm going to do a clean out probably every few months. I don't need them all, right? And so I'd rather go and get them on feet for those who are in more need, who are going to love them a little bit more, who are going to beat them into the ground like they deserve to be beaten into the ground. So yeah, we got a lot of shoes going people's way. Some people are getting 2 pairs, some people are getting 3 pairs, some people are getting 1 pair. It just kind of depends on what they kind of said they need and whatnot. So they're going out, but happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
All right, temperatures are dropping. It is currently under 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am just exhausted from this weekend, or from this week with Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Family just over all day yesterday. So I am supposed to run 15 miles easy today, and I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like this is going to go well, but we're getting out there anyway, and we're going to do it, because that's what we do. I think I am also stressed because I have TRE next week, and I just like mentally haven't had a chance to even think about that. And I want to do some prep. I want to go in making sure I have questions for brands, that I'm prepped, and I'm excited to go, but at the same time, I'm a little bit stressed with work. And so we'll see how all this goes. But today is one of those just one step at a time days. Let's just get the miles done one by one.
So it actually doesn't feel that cold, but it actually feels really nice. I feel like the sun is up a little bit earlier today. I don't know if that's just because the skies aren't super gray, but we're about 1.5 miles in, and I think I'm just gonna try and take this really chill and enjoy it. So let's go. All right, about a third of the way in. Still feeling good, temperature wise, legs, lungs, everything's good. So we'll keep trucking along. We're just maintaining like an 8:30-ish pace. So just trying to keep it easy, because I feel like this week was very stressful on the body and systems. So all right, 2/3 of the way there, 10 miles in. Feeling a little bit of fatigue, but otherwise body feels great. We keep going, keep chugging along. We're running about 8:15 pace, I think, for the last 5. Probably stay around that for the last 5. All right, 15 miles down, 15:05, because the dreaded Strava tax has been crushing me lately. 8:19, I think, pace for the 15, and I feel really good. Honestly, like, yeah, I'm tired because I just ran for a little over 2 hours, but for the most part, I'm feeling really, really good. So just gonna go fuel. Had only about 120 grams of carbs, use Precision Fuel. You can get Precision Fuel, by the way, on Fuel Goods. So plug Rad Dad, gets you 10% off. And I think they have some crazy Black Friday deals. I don't know if Monday, December 1st, when this posts, I don't know if those deals will still be live. However, Rad Dad does get you 10% off. Precision has been my go-to. It's been really, really nice. And then I really like Formula 369 for liquid carbs, or the Precision Fuel carbs as well. So, but anyway, all right, long week, busy week, gonna be a huge busy week next week. We've got TRE, so I think my weekly vlog coverage might be TRE based. I don't know if I will do like individual videos for each brand. I don't know that every brand will dictate that. I don't know if I'll do like one big long TRE split. We'll see, so stay tuned for that. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do that for my vlog, but I will have TRE content coming next week. If you have comments or questions that you want me to be asking throughout the week, let me know in the comments below for those brands. Like what brands do you want me to talk to? What questions do you want me to ask, right? What do we want to know? Anyway, testing out the Janji like Ultra Fleece. This thing is crazy. So it's super airy, super breathable. So it was almost like chilly when I started. And then once I started to sweat, you got this lining that's like super thin but fuzzy. Really, really nice, really comfortable. So enjoying that. I think it's similar. These are the Mizuno Breath Thermo gloves, which, by the way, I don't have affiliate links, anything for any of this gear. This is just gear. Some of it gets sent to me, yes. Some of it I buy. I just like to test out gear. I don't review clothing very often just because it's kind of, I feel like it goes out of stock by the time I review it and everything, and clothing is very expensive. People are more likely to buy shoes, so that's why I review shoes. But this technology is like, you breathe into it, when moisture gets on it, it actually heats up. So it's like a type of wool hybrid material. Pretty cool though. And then you got kind of like a windshield on the back. So these are like my go-to gloves because they're not that warm when it's warm, but they are warm when it's cold, if that makes sense, because they're pretty thin. Endorphin belt, still using an endorphin belt, loving this. So that's been my go-to. I only brought one bottle of water. It was just, I really just tried to stay easy. I didn't crank at all until those last 3 miles. And even then that felt phenomenal. So 120 grams of carbs, only probably about 250 milliliters of water. It's not great. I'm gonna fuel a lot after the fact, get a lot of vitamins, minerals, but I ate a ton yesterday. Ate a brisket, it was nice. So anyway, there's the week. Oh, also finished out my run, or my miles in the Furious Future 2. So that review will be out in a couple of weeks probably, just because I've already scheduled a bunch of reviews out. So I'm guessing the week of the 14th, you'll see those, as well as the review of the Mountain Coast H1. I kind of just pounded mileage through, in those for the last week and a half, so I could get to the 30-mile mark on each of them. I don't know which shoes I'm bringing home from TRE. I just know that I'm bringing home at least 5, if not more pairs. So some of them I don't know if I'll be able to show. We'll see. But I am excited, so I'm trying to burn through what I've got in my stock right now. And then I've got to review I have the Tiva sandals, I forget the name. I got the Tiva sandals and the Elios 2 from 361 that don't have any miles on them. So we'll have to start working on those. And then just crazy shoe reviews, like volume coming soon. I just gave away about 20 pairs to followers. If just to be clear, if you are a 10.5, a men's 10.5, I don't buy people shoes and give them away. I give away shoes that I have reviewed, usually ones that are over a year old, because I get the new version, I compare it to the old version, and then I donate the old version, right? Historically, I donate locally to the thrift stores, and there's a store here called Deserted Industries, where basically the whole idea is those who can't afford to pay full price, who are in need of discounted things, can buy them there kind of secondhand. Oftentimes people just buy stuff new and donate it there for people, right? So I would donate a lot there. But you know, again, if there are people out there who are my size, who don't mind that the shoes are a year old and have 30 to 50 miles on them, right? That's kind of the qualifier there. So that, you know, I'll probably do another clear out in the spring after a number of these new models have come out. So I can't remember if I said there's the mileage, but there's the mileage. Should be about 55. I don't remember time on feet, but it's been a good week. Monday, Wednesday workouts crushed me, but we got them done today. Felt great. I mean, it's just a long time to run. Yeah, excited for kind of a down week next week, but it'll be a busy week, lots of time on feet, just not necessarily running. And then we're right back to our regularly scheduled running program for Tokyo. So we're running home. Anyway, Was that a cool name? I don't even know. Is that just corny? I thought it was pretty clever to put like the logo in like the as the O in home. But maybe that's just the running dad thinking he's cool. Oh, by the way, I'm playing around with the idea of merch, but I don't want to just like, I don't know. I like, do you guys actually care? Does anyone actually care? I feel like sometimes I see creators, they're like, they think they're bigger than they are. I feel like I'm not, but I want my own merch for me, just for me to use, for races. So give me an idea, comment down below. Let me know, like, is there an appetite? Like, is it worth me doing like an order of 25 if I get something for myself so that some of you guys can buy? Yeah, I don't know. Might have like a I love mom bods or something hat. Cause I can't, it's, you know, I can't do I love rad bods. I mean, I could, dad bods, but I like, anyway. Happy Saturday.